Quake update. I got some developing situation here. Um, let's start off with this little red quake right here at the bottom here. This is a 4.8. It's another deep quake at 568. Okay, we had this extremely deep quake just a little while ago at 617. Now we've had a secondary deep quake just north of it. Okay, this is more pressure coming up from the surface, or some more pressure coming from deep up to the surface, spreading out. So now we've had two deep quakes here, okay? I don't know if this is residual from this one. It looks to be a separate deeper quake or deep quake of its own because it's at a different depth and it's in a different vicinity. So we just had this deep quake at 617, a 5.0. Now let's add some more energy, a 4.8 energy to that, and we're talking 6.0 energy in this region that's going to start spreading. Okay, now look what just happened just now off the coast of Japan. The backside of the coast got hit with a 5.1. This is that energy right now getting transferred around the ring of fire. Okay, I'm back out here a little bit, and what do we see over here but at Alaska? See, it's transferring all the way over to here. They're already having a quake right here at 2.6. It's not a big one, but it seems to be that we have these two deep quakes now. This one and now this latest one at 589. It's only 4.8, but you got to consider that the energy of these two deep quakes added together now, because I don't think that this one is a residual or aftershock from this deep quake. They are at similar depths. This one's 617. This one struck at 568. It's a little bit shallower. It could be residual, but nonetheless, it is another deep quake at 4.8. So I'm taking this energy combined together now, being pushed along these the plate boundary and these fault lines. Okay, all the way through here. This one right here was there earlier. It's a 5.2, but you can see that this area is ripe for 5.0, 5.2 activity with new pressure from down below here coming in. All right, so, and we're already seeing this up here at Japan. Okay, and it's a 5.1, and I got lucky with a 5.1, but this could be a sign of things to come. All right, so I'm just doing a quick little midnight update, letting you know we have energy being transferred along this area, and it's already seemed to have reached up to Alaska right here with this latest little red quake. Okay, you following me? You guys, I was just describing this a little while ago, and here it does play out just minutes later. Okay, so again, this is our original deep quake here. This is our secondary deep quake here. It's caused this 5.1 over here at Japan already. I expect to see between this point and this point, between these two here, to fill in, possibly at our focal point, our fulcrum point here, or around this area. Okay, so alert right now between anywhere along this zone, between these two deep quakes now, along the ring of fire. Okay, and it looks that pressure has already come to Japan, and already something is moving up here in Alaska. I want you to see this because it's just right off the fault line like I'm describing. Okay, this is energy that's traveling along here, getting dumped off here as a small quake. Here's a fulcrum point right here where this plate takes a change in direction. We might see a quake next in this area. Was this Anchorage, Alaska? So watch out in this area for a possible quake coming in at 5.0 or greater. All right, this might be just a little pre-shock to the P wave that's coming. All right, But here at this area, there might be activity, and then traveling down the Juan de Fuca, we might see something. And where did we see stress being relieved and pressure from underneath already, but here at the Bay Area? So I'm putting an alert out for an earthquake possibly in the Bay Area tonight or early tomorrow morning. It's what, 2:45 Pacific Coast time in the morning right now. So it's almost 3 in the morning. Everybody's asleep right now. I think it got maybe a couple more hours till this pressure moves from here around the corner and comes down and possibly rattle this area in the next few hours. So just for people that are awake or in this area, be on heads up. We might have an incoming quake in this area in the next few hours here if this energy continues to propagate and travel down these fault lines, down this plate boundary. Okay, and this quake right over here happening just moments after this one, after this deep quake here, tells me that there's a lot of energy, a lot of movement on the move. Okay, so heads up for the Pacific Rim and all this area. We could see a possible quake with a produce a small tsunami or something in this area. We also have the island of Java here that's been on purple alert for quite a while. Look at this fault line that runs right by here. This is part of that chain of energy. All right, this energy is going to come along these faults. It might hook up here, and we could possibly see a quake off the coast here that causes problems. You know, we had a tsunami here one time. We could also see Krakatau or one of the volcanoes on the island of Java possibly go off. There is a lot of pressure from down below that just bubbled up to that's bubbling up to the surface right in this zone, and it's going to spread out. It's going to go across the ocean and do stuff over here at South America. It's going to travel along the weakest fracture zones, right around this, all the way back around. Like I said, we're already seeing movement up here. It's going to also travel this way and easterly over the Himalayas. We're seeing activity here and here, right, at Afghanistan. This is that fulcrum point. Do you see how it comes up? Look, there's a special little tip point right there. Do you see this little fulcrum? There's one there and one there. And what's right next, in between the two? Right here is our quake. Okay, this is the pressure coming in on this fault line at these little fulcrum points, and it pushes this way, and here's our weakest little area where it ruptured and had the quake. Okay, so you're going to see more quake activity possibly in this region. All right, see right where these two hit, possibly a bigger 6.0 or greater in that area. This could trigger off even bigger stuff. This kind of movement, if we have built up pressure along here that hasn't been relieved yet, it could magnify that 6-point energy and snap something. Okay, right now Turkey in this area right here is quiet, but it wouldn't surprise me when this energy comes downstream if it lights up this area again. Okay, so I'm putting warnings out all along this area, and you see how it creeps up Italy. This fault line here at Italy, they have been overdue for a while and have gotten lucky. I think there was an eruption at Stromboli not too long ago, but this little quake right here is a 4.7 at 8.4 depth. That's a shallow quake close to this fault here running through Italy. So we might see Italy coming to life here soon with some earthquake activity as well, more than what we just had this one little quake. This pressure comes in, you know how it goes down these ripples all along these fault lines, all the way to the Atlantic Ridge here, Mid-Atlantic Ridge, where the pressure gets diffused, and finally have a rupture right around this apex area where these three join, you know, or these two faults join right here at this intersection. That's where we see a lot of these energy dispersions. Okay. And like I said, it's already looked to have triggered something preeminently already up here towards Alaska. All right, these are fresh quakes, these red ones. All right, boom. That's a 5.1 on the backside of Japan. They just had a 6.0 right here, right next to it, that I reported on at this time last night. So 6.0, 5.1. They're having right here by Japan is having activity. All right, so this whole area on alert right now. Okay, especially in between this quake and this one up here, that whole empty area, the middle zones that need to fill in, they're probably going to fill in with something. All right, so I was going to wrap it up and go to bed. I went to shut it down, took one last peek at this, saw this new deep quake right here at Fiji. Uh, 568, that's not good. And this other one down below, even deeper, it's 617, and that's a bigger quake at 5.0. That's not good as well. All right, so now we have these combined energies right here pushing all the way around the world. Okay, so watch out. We got new energy coming in due to two deep quakes now in this area. All right, which are triggering stuff already. All right, I just want to make it short and sweet. It was just a quick Quake update. Um, I'm sure there's going to be more activity tonight or whatever, but I gotta get a couple of winks of sleep. I have a long day tomorrow, so gotta get up here in a couple hours. So that's it for tonight. I just had to bring this to you because we were just talking about this minutes ago, and here it is unfolding. Not hours later, not days later, but minutes later. Okay, it hadn't even been a full hour since I wrapped up my last stream, and our stuff is unfolding already. Okay, that's all I got to bring to you. Probably by this time tomorrow. Well, not this time tomorrow, but after I take care of some business, I'll try and come back with you at you guys with a new Quake update and whatever new headlines have busted out throughout the course of this next day. All right, so that's it for tonight. I love you all. God bless you all. I just had to bring this to you all real quick, and I think I'm gonna call it tonight. So yeah, like I said, I miss you all. God bless you all, and until my next live, I'll be back.